Hey, this is CrossFitTracking.com, here to do the CrossFit review for the Polar Ignite new watch. It has, for me, been the best watch of its kind for a bunch of reasons. I'll go down through the basic measuring aspects that we talk about just in general. Number one, from a fit and functionality during the workout, I feel like it's awesome. There's only one button. For me, I wear it on my left wrist, so it's not really ever going to get pressed. Even when I've switched it to my right wrist, I don't have a problem with workouts being stopped or being paused. I don't have a problem with it getting in the way. It is a larger face, which I like for visibility, but functionally during a workout, it holds up well. It feels good. I don't have any problems. Number two, the ease of adjustment during a workout. I feel like it's really easy because it's just a couple simple things. I don't really mess with like overall settings, turning GPS on or turning it off during the workout, but the most basic things that I need to lock the screen and turn the screen on at all times is easy to accomplish. And I feel like the screen lock is really good because it takes a very conscientious long press to unlock the screen, so it's not going to accidentally get pushed by a hand strap. Next would be workout evaluation. I feel like it does a great job at evaluating your output and just evaluating how much sort of effort you expended in your workout. And it tracks, the biggest thing I guess is that it tracks your heart rate very accurately from any of the optical wrist-based heart rate sensors. This is the best of its kind because it has the most LED lights to track your pulse. So I feel like the two things it does well, and it does both of them well, it's the best optical wrist-based heart rate monitor you can wear during a CrossFit workout because most of them are pressed and strained, doing multiple flexing across the wrist. And then secondly to that is if the heart rate's accurate, then it's more correctly evaluating how much effort and expenditure you put out. So it does give you those analytics. So it doesn't just show an accurate heart rate where you have to extract or kind of guess yourself how much effort you put in, but it tells you, hey, your body took a beating. Fourth, recovery evaluation. I found that if you also have Polar Beat, the app on your phone, it'll tell you the recovery time. So the main Polar Flow website or Flow app doesn't tell you recovery time, but if you just have your Polar Beat, it automatically syncs in the information and it'll tell you recovery time, which is super helpful for me because seeing a number for a workout to determine how much expenditure occurred is one thing, but knowing kind of what it's estimating from a professional standpoint, analytically, what your recovery time should be before the next really hard workout is really helpful. Another thing it does that's off the beaten path from the other watches available on the market is that when you've done a hard workout, it'll give you suggestions for stretching. So in that same exercise category of the watch, once you've done something, it'll flip and it'll say, okay, now here are suggestions for stretching or for basic mobility stuff. So fifth, sleep evaluation. I feel like they have really broke the mold, and other watches are now coming out. It's September 2019. Garmin's coming out with some things. Fitbit's coming out with some things for sleep evaluation, but they came out first with overall breathing rate, with managing your heart rate variability for tracking your overall stress of the day, but mostly during sleep. So I feel like the sleep evaluation is the best on the market, and that makes a big difference because if you're killing your body every day, you're wanting to know kind of where your body's at internally, despite just how you feel. This does a great job of evaluating the quality of your recovery and the sleep aspect. So it calls it nightly recharge, and it gives you good analytical aspects for why the charge last night was a good one or not. Durability of the watch overall is the next category. I feel like it's got a big screen, so it could be scratched. I've used a screen protector since the beginning, but I feel like overall, because there's not a lot of buttons, it's just a smooth round screen. It's great from a durability aspect of the watch. It's a metal casing, so I feel like it can take a beating. It's made with a little solidity, and it's not too heavy, but I feel like it's strong and solid. So it's great from a durability standpoint. Special features for CrossFit. This doesn't have apps. Polar doesn't offer apps to be able to have like a special app, CrossFit app where you could do a 15.9.6 or a 21.15.9 or some sort of specialty thing. But one thing it does do is it has CrossFit listed as one of the workout types you could employ. Plus, they have like a million different workout types. If you want to do mountain biking, if you want to do road cycling, if you want to do hiking, it'll have a feature for all those. Now, they all still boil down to probably a few simple metrics, but still, I just like seeing that it says CrossFit. And that's one of the exercise options you can employ. So it's great for that. Overall smartwatch capabilities, I love the watch because it is one of the prettiest screens on a fully functioning fitness watch available. Garmin's coming out with a new one now. I feel like this is great. It's finally a watch in the exercise category that's fully visually pretty, I guess to say. You know, I mean, it's got bright colors. It's not one of the screens that just works best in sunlight. Problem is, it's not always on, and there's not a capability to turn it always on, but I've sort of gotten past that. I feel like the smartwatch capabilities, it shows you all the notifications from your phone. I actually like that from a smartwatch standpoint, it doesn't have a whole lot of junk to it. I like that I can just there's like 5 menus when you go into the menu settings. You can work out, you can breathe. I don't really use the breathing, you know, I know it's a big thing now. You can do a timer or stopwatch. I like this sort of simplicity. You can easily adjust your alarm so you can wake up in the morning with it. So it has all the smartwatch features that I find valuable, and more importantly, all of the fitness features that would be valuable for CrossFit tracking, the whole point of the site. So for me right now, plus it connects to chest straps. So that's the best way. You connect it to an H10 or connect it to the OH1 for arm-based pulse tracking. That's going to give you a little bit better because there's not a flex across your wrist. The chest strap's going to be the best. It's going to be able to fully evaluate your impact of the workout. All those things, those metrics are going to be even more accurate. So this to me is the best. And the other biggest sort of side point, because Garmin's got a new pretty one coming out with an AMOLED screen, so it's going to have a great screen. But this is $229. So you can, use some discounts that are available online to buy it through Clever Training to get it for $199, get it for right around $200. So for all of the top end fitness analytics and evaluations that I think you would need for CrossFit tracking, for a pretty watch, great casing, smartwatch capabilities, super in-depth sleep tracking, I feel like it can't be beat for the price. So that's my review for the Polar Ignite from CrossFitTracking.com. Thanks so much.